The Epstein Files are back, baby. And it's been a lot of talk about it. You hear it on Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, on and on and on. But this one kind of shocked me because of the fact that, did y'all know that Congress voted to block the release of the Epstein docs? Congress voted to block this. They voted to block it. Why would they go do that? And it was done all quietly. It was all quiet. There was no commentary on it until I heard about it today. Actually, a couple of days ago on the PBD podcast. So we're gonna bring in our partners from Valuetainment real quickly, and we're gonna talk about what's going on with Congress. Congress, guys, voting to block this. What they hide. Here we go.
Rob, you want to pull up the voting that they did yesterday, last night, the results of it. So the Rules Committee voted 149, motion by McGovern to make in Order Amendment 50, which this was in regards to the files to be preserved and release any records related to Jeffrey Epstein. 5-7, they lost.
What?
And the people that said yes were all liberals, except for one Republican. And the people that said nay were all Republicans.
Stop right there. Y'all hear that? All the liberals but one voted yes. All the Republicans voted no. Republicans. Why would you vote no on releasing these documents? Because if this was done under the Biden administration, y'all would be on their necks. Every show's gonna be about it. Why has this been very quiet? I know this was the I believe the Rules Committee. The Rules Committee. Why did you guys vote no? I got to give it up for the liberals. The liberals were like, hey, let's get it out. Cool, let's bring it to the floor and vote on it, man, so we can get it out. But the Republicans said no. Why? Again, real quiet about this. But I'm gonna give you guys Trump's strategy in a second, right? Because the Trump administration, they have fumbled the ball on this whole thing. Like, this probably was the biggest fumble ever to this point for his administration. Fumbled it. Let me let you know what I believe his strategy is. All right, here we go.
Tom, why would Republicans not want to release all the records on Jeffrey Epstein?
This is now really, really, really bothering me. This vote last night, I asked this question. Why wouldn't all of these people, because this is what people talked about during the election, during the campaign. And by the way, during some of their campaigns too. It's not just the president. It was other people about reelect me, send me back to Washington, and I will make sure they're JFK, MLK, Epstein, the files are released. Mm-hmm. Some of these people, I want to find some of these people that were conservatives, they campaigned on that. And Ro Khanna, who's been on this podcast, puts a motion out and says, okay, folks, I'll tell you what, let's all vote on it. Do we put a motion in place that says you should preserve and release the information? That's all Ro Khanna was doing there. And it's just shocking who's protecting who, because this is like a clear cut, statement here. Oh, if he has something, we're not going to compel him in this forum to push it out.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. And that bothers me. This really bothers me when I'm told, don't look at anything, nothing to see here.
I have a position that I'm wondering, Tom,
on this vote, these votes are bothersome.
That's what I was wondering. I'm trying to think strategy.
Okay,
that's all I'm thinking about right now.
Me too.
I'm trying to think strategy right now because it's one of two things. Either everybody there is there to protect the president, or everybody is taking this position because some sort of strategy. And I have some thoughts, but I want to go to Adam first.
Well,
Adam,
let me hear your thoughts.
Okay.
In fact, I love that I literally just wrote, there's two things. Either Either Donald Trump is compromised, meaning they have something on him, number one, or number two, somebody else is saying, don't dare release it because we're on it.
Or there's another or.
Yeah.
Okay, or there's another or. So
They're-
let's go
they're-
through all three ors.
They're using it?
So let's go through all three ors. So number one is Donald Trump's on it. Okay. All right. So let's say that's the one where he doesn't want to go through it. That's an easy one. If it's on there, it's on there. If it's not, it's not. If it's on there, prove it. But my suspicion to think he's on there is so low.
Yeah, mine as well.
Because Obama would have had it.
Exactly.
Biden would have had it. They would have done everything in their power.
But what if they're on it, Pat? What if they're on it?
Let me make my point, and I'm gonna hear everybody's thoughts. So the second thing that to me is, if Trump's on it, they would have used it. They would have destroyed him. They would have smashed him. They would have never let him get into the White House.
Correct.
Ever let him get to the White House. So that's one. Two. The Republicans don't want to release it because, a lot of them are on there, and a lot of the money people are on there, so they don't want to release it because of whatever reason. Let's go to three. Politics is super nasty, right? So just think about the game of politics. Play the game.
Okay.
Not as an outsider, be one. We're not politicians. We're not in the game. You're a podcaster.
Yeah.
You're giving opinions.
Yes.
You're giving your thoughts. You're giving your perspective.
Sure.
You're not in the arena. You're not playing the game in the arena, right?
Right.
You're not.
We're spectators.
We're spectators in the game of politics.
Yes.
We're
Correct.
spectators in the game of politics.
Yep.
Okay. But not go inside, okay, and play the game of politics. When you wake up in the morning and you have ambitions of moving up in politics, not if you wake up in the morning like, I'm just going to do my job and that's what I'm going to do, and what is the reports I need to look at to respond. No, that's a person that's just being a congressman or senator. I'm talking about you are super ambitious. Man, one day I want to be that president, vice president, House of Rep. I want to be Speaker of the House. You're super ambitious, right? Nothing wrong with the way you're there. What is the first thing you look for when you wake up in the morning? Controversy on your opponent to call their asses out. Okay? You're looking for any fumble you look for to call them out. Any fumble to look for to call them out, right? Doesn't matter what it is. Boom. Like Newsom's the best at it. First thing in the morning he wakes up, forget about what's going on in California. The first thing he looks at is, did Trump have a fumble? Did DeSantis have a fumble?
Yep.
Did Nashville, Tennessee have a fumble?
Yep.
Did Texas have a fumble? Let me call their asses out. Why is he doing that? He's trying to be number one. He wants to be a president, okay?
Again, it's about owning
in the last
narratives.
6 months, President Trump hasn't had a bigger fumble than this one.
He has not.
What has Clinton said about it?
Zero.
What has Hillary Clinton said about
Zero.
it?
Listen,
What's
y'all,
Biden said
it's
about
strategy.
it? How about
Strategy.
Jill? How about
Strategy.
Barack? How about Michelle?
They've said
How
nothing.
about Schumer?
Nothing.
Why haven't they said anything about it? This is an easy opportunity to do one of these things.
100%.
You think Obama's going to get a let her chance like that go? You think Hillary? You think Hillary's going to let her chance go?
Crickets.
Can I ask why they haven't said anything? Why haven't you said anything? Is it because you're such a statesman and you're so noble and it's not the proper thing to do because we're not the president today and we're not like other people that go after the prior administration? I mean, Obama went
Never
after
stopped him
Bush.
before.
Obama went after Bush every chance. I've inherited this, I've inherited all of this. And how many times? Half of the Americans who never knew, a majority of immigrants who came to America and didn't know what the word inherited meant, they did right after Obama became president because you used the word every flipping day. I inherited this from the Bush previous administration. And how come you're not going after him? Why not? Rob, can you, maybe I'm wrong, can you go on one of these ChatGPT or Groks and just...
So again, they're gonna go into this whole soliloquy, but you here to talk with your partner. All right. So let me give you my thoughts from a congressional standpoint and from Trump's standpoint. Okay, this is LaDale's thoughts. I have no evidence to support this. Okay, this is LaDale's thoughts. I want to make sure that you understand that. All right, gotcha. Now, first, Congress. Why wouldn't Congress, specifically the Republican side, want to release these documents or some information about it? Short answer, some of them are exposed. Or someone they're connected to that's given to their campaign may get exposed. Because campaigning, being in Congress is about how much you can raise, how much and how fast you can raise the money. Also, controlling the narrative. If something comes out bad about you and or anybody connected to you, there's a big chance that you will not get reelected. So it affects the narrative, which affects your image, which affects your money. Right? This is for the Republican side alone. All right? Because the liberals, but one, voted no. Voted yes to let it out. Now, when it comes to President Trump, his whole staff has fumbled his ball tremendously this week. Why would Trump? Because remember when they were sitting at the cabinet meeting, the cameras were there. A reporter accurately asked, rightfully so, questions about the Epstein Files, and Pam Bondi was set next to President Trump. That was done strategically. Again, Trump is about controlling narratives. He is a real estate developer and also investor, and he's been on TV. He's been able to grow his brand by controlling the narrative about him. That's why he doesn't mind fighting in court. Right? That's why he never says, I'm wrong. Image. Keep it going. The reporter asked the question. Trump cut Bondi off, who was about to answer the question, and began to kind of chastise that reporter. The reporter was like, the voice is sitting there, letting the sitting president of the United States kind of chastise him. I understand. It's president. And so we got more stuff to worry about. Texas, the nature. I'm like, okay, yeah, Texas, we can walk into government at the same time, President Trump. We really can. We really can. Like you can, brother. We can talk about Texas, praying for them, anything else, and the Epstein Files. Why? Now get this. It's not why would he say something, but it's why did he cut him off? It's why was he so adamant to defending during this time frame? Was he hiding something? I'm going to say no. Because of the fact that he's also seen the files. He is the sitting president of the United States. He has the unlimited clearance. He is executive branch. He's seen the files. He knows his name's not on there. He knows he won't get exposed. He knows he won't. So why did he jump in for? I think it was to test to see how the masses were going to respond. Masses meaning the MAGA base, the Republican Party, some liberals, the legacy media, the independent media, and the podcasters and the influencers. And the Twitterverse, and the TikTokverse, and the Instagram, all social media. He wanted to, and True Social and Getter, he wanted to see how they were going to respond because politicians believe that voters have a short-term memory, and they are right. They are right. Voters do have short-term memories. They believe that this is going to survive for maybe 2 or 3 weeks and it's going to die down. Trump believes that there's going to be so much winning, trade deals, inflation, tariffs, all this winning, that's going to drown out the noise of Epstein. That's why I believe Donald Trump butted in on Pam Bondi. Now, get this. If there was a lot of vitriol coming from the MAGA base and the Republicans and the legacy media and all the other people coming in, he would have pivoted over to, we got to answer this. But it hasn't been that much at all. Not based on what I said. Not based on what I said. I'm trying to find a video real quickly of CNN talking about Epstein real fast. I'm finding. But while I'm doing that real fast, CNN did a video, a poll on Epstein. I'm trying to see if I can find it, guys. And the question was, I'm gonna say, and I said CNN because CNN would love to say this is really hurting Trump on his numbers and this and that, and it did not. And I'm trying to find that video, guys, but I can't find it. I'm gonna look at one little place, but I believe that is the reasoning why to be honest with you, Trump knew what he was doing. He's about controlling narratives. That's Trump. He wants to control the narrative. So Trump will do a lot of testing to see what happens here and here, who responds here. That's why Trump at times loves to fight. Not as much as he used to back in the day. He used to love to fight all the time. I used to say, man, sit your behind down, man. I'm trying to find it. Let me see if I can find it real fast because I think I got it. Let me see real fast. Let me see. Let me see. Well, I thought I did. Excuse me. No, I don't. I thought I had it, but I don't. Nah, I don't have it, guys. I could have swore PVD them did this already, but I guess let me check one last place, guys, because I want you guys to see. I want you guys to see this. Let me see here. This poll was shocking at Valuetainment. There we go. It was shocking at how low the number was. Let me see. Let's go to media for them. Media highlights. Let's see. Anything? Nope, that is not what I want. I want to go to media. Let me see. Anything. No, guys. Unfortunately, guys, I can't find it. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I had it, but I don't have it. But it was a video of CNN. Hold on 1 second. One last search, guys. I'm sorry. One last search. Let's go search. Boom. I'm gonna say CNN Epstein Files poll. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. This is, guys. This is live. Oh, here we go. I got it. I found it. Your boy found it. Here we go, guys. Thank you for your patience. Let me get it popping real fast. Let's go here. Boom. Here is the video of CNN. Again, they would love for this to show. Let me see real fast. This is here we go.
I mean, look, I think this one surprised me a bit because of all these complaints online going after Trump and the Epstein Files. You might think his approval ratings were going down, Republicans. If anything, they're going up. Republicans who approve of Trump, look at our CNN poll. The prior one, 86%. The one out this week, 88% were Republicans. How about Quinnipiac? The prior poll, 87% approve of Republicans. This week out, 90% were Republicans. If anything, Donald Trump's approval rating has gone up since this whole Epstein saga started. He is at the apex or close there too in terms of his popularity with Republican voters, Epstein Files, complaints or not.
So again, guys, Again, that's right there. Trump loves polls. You better believe he has that poll. And he loves polls from CNN. You better believe he has that poll. He has it. He has that poll. So he's seeing his numbers go up. So what does he do? He worried about none of that at all. In his mindset, he understands that voters have short-term memories, and this is early in his presidency. He don't think it's going to wound any of the down ticket races when it comes to the House and the Senate or his administration. So again, that whole move of Pam Bondi was a test. Him calling a hoax and blaming it on the Democrats is a test. That's all it is. It's a test to see how are people going to respond to this. That is Trump. Remember, he's about controlling narratives because what happened to him in his first term, while he was running to win his second term, they tried to unalive him. They tried to steal his money, steal his assets, bankrupt him, put him in jail. So he didn't trust. The biggest person he trusts is himself when it comes to narratives, controlling his image. Why? He's done it for his entire career outside of politics. Remember, you cannot compare Trump to a politician from a mentality standpoint. He's a totally different beast. Totally different. He's not Obama. He's not a Bush, 1 or 2. He's not a Clinton. He's a businessman. Spreadsheets and income statements guy. And he's a marketer, a master marketer. Make sense, guys? It's always been a test. And so far, based on CNN, his theory has been right. Voters have short-term memories, and they're focused on the wins and what's going on with the economy. I think the liberals say it's the economy, stupid. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Walk me through everything, but let's start from the beginning. How'd you get into this space?
Well, when I was 17 years old, my Uncle Gary, who still lives to this day, introduced me to a concept called passive income.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh, Uncle, what's that?"
Yeah.
He said, "Something that you do one time, but you get paid over and over again." I'm like, "Why am I trying to go to college? I want to know how to do that."
Gotcha.
And so while I was in college, I began to look at business models that generate a passive or residual income. One of them was real estate, because everybody and their mama actually had it, from Robert Kraft, Jerry Jones, all the billionaires actually had real estate in their portfolio. So I began buying real estate while I was in college. The first deal that I did, I made $3,500. And in college, that's big time. In college,
Sure.
you broke.
For sure.
College.
For sure.
Then I went from $3,500 to $10,000 to $26,000, and now $35 million worth of real estate. For me, business is always about solving someone's problem. Whenever you're buying a real estate transaction, the one thing I look at is, what's the pain point? Why you want to sell for? And typically, I like buying properties below wholesale. I never buy properties at retail. That didn't make sense to me at all, because I'm planning for the worst case scenario. Each and every deal that I actually acquire, I actually take home cash when I actually acquire it. Wow. Every single time.
If you wanted to know how successful real estate investors make money with their acquired real estate and not when they sell it, click on the link below or swipe up and download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed, holla at your partner, and download the ebook today.
Bless God, give thanks.